Welcome back to Let's Play NetHack Fourk. In our last episode, we didn't quite finish Sokoban because I made a mistake. And so I had to go to the mines because I need a way to break a boulder in order to finish Sokoban. And so I've gone to the mines and I have found Minetown. So let me get back into the game here. We're playing as a Valkyrie, and there's a fire ant. And this is going to be a very short episode if I don't play carefully here, because ants are a little bit dangerous. But with careful play... Okay, I'm not injured yet. Oh, okay, I killed the fire ant. I'm going to finish eating that. A fire ant is... Whoa, a soldier ant. That is worse. Soldier ant is very dangerous. The giant beetle, the green one, I am not afraid of, because it's slow, and I can outrun it. Okay. The fire ant, the reason I ate it, fire ants are good to eat, in general. Oh, I don't have a bag yet. Okay. The reason I ate the fire ant is because it has a chance of granting fire resistance. And that would be a nice property to have. Okay, the gnomish wizard. This is not Fick Hex, so I can probably kill the gnomish wizards. Let me close that door, just in case the ant comes back. Do I want to eat the gnomish wizard? How hungry am I? I think I don't. There's no point in eating gnomes, generally, because they don't grant any useful properties. Okay, I'm going to drop all of my stuff that I don't know whether it's cursed or not on this altar. By the way, this is a lawful altar. If I hit Control X to bring up my character screen, I'm neutral. So this is a cross-aligned altar. I am more interested in... There are some players who would put up a boulder fort and convert this altar, block the priest in a corner so he can't hurt you, and convert the altar. I'm not going to attempt that. A, it's dangerous, but B, more importantly, I want this priest alive because I can buy protection. And I think I have other altars elsewhere, don't I? Let me hit Overview. I don't remember. I might be getting confused with another... no, okay, I don't have other altars elsewhere yet. I was getting confused with another game. Overview is such a nice feature. I'm so glad NetHack has that now. 3.4 didn't, but almost all the variants have it now, and 3.6 has it, so... it's very nice. And yeah, no, I don't see an altar anywhere else. So, I don't have an altar yet, but I would rather... keep the priest alive anyway. Not everyone feels that way. Some players are more interested in having the altar because they want to do extensive sacrificing. That's not really my style. Okay. I'm going to put into the magic chest items that I don't need or want right now, like this unlabeled scroll. Actually, I should price check those rings. Rings are not highly important to price check, but actually I can go to the... This is Fork. I can go to the Oracle and use the... I can purchase Enlightenment and get those identified, come to think of it. Oh, I have a pickaxe now, so I could go back to Sokoban. Given that there's a soldier ant on this level, that might not be a bad idea. Well, let me go ahead and pull out anything that I really want to drop on that altar. Well, let's go ahead and do those items. Don't need to do that or that. Put in all the scrolls, all the spell books, all the potions. Okay, so I've now altar checked those things at least. I would like to get to general store and price check certain things. Scrolls, notably, but I don't want to carry the scrolls around right now because I don't have a container. But these 3 rings that I'm carrying would also be good to do that with. But you know what? I'm not sure it's worth the risk with a soldier ant on the level. I don't know how I'm successfully running from it. Maybe it's not very determined, because ants are faster than a human. Oh, you know what? My movement rate is 20. I can actually outrun soldier ants because I'm fast. Wow, I hadn't realized that. But yes, I actually can. Wait, do I not have a key? I don't. Okay. Is that a general store there? Don't let me forget that I dropped my pickaxe. Okay, that is a general store. Okay, let me drop. Okay, that's a steel ring that's probably 150 Zarkmeds and therefore not useful. Oh, why am I naming individual ones? There we go. That's what I want to do. That's a cheap ring. Any ring worth less than 200 Zarkmeds, I don't care about. That one might be interesting. Okay. Rings worth 200 and 300 Zarkmeds are the ones I'm interested in. Although not all of them, just certain ones. Oh, I can only outrun a soldier ant if it's not between me and the door. Alright, I want the pickaxe back. I'll take the green persimmon. Right now, I don't think I care about the rest of that. I don't want to be next to the soldier ant. They're dangerous. Later in the game, they won't be dangerous at all, but at this point, it's pretty early, and I'm not necessarily up to that fight. Alright, I don't have a lockpick. I don't want to risk kicking down doors in Minetown, because if a watchman sees me do it, I'm going to be persona non grata in Minetown. That's a brass lantern, don't care about it. I was checking Chuck's shop on the off chance that he would have a magic lamp, which would be of interest to me. Excuse me. Oh, I'm stunned. Right. Do I have a unicorn horn? I do. I can just fix that. Having a unicorn horn is so good. It's actually overpowered. Yep, I'm stuck to the web. Okay, there we go. An oilskin cloak. That could be handy later. What cloak am I wearing right now? I am wearing right now a cloak of displacement, and it's +2. So I'm going to keep the +2 cloak of displacement for the time being. But the day may come when an oilskin cloak, I may decide that I want to switch to that. It'll depend on some things. It's not as useful in Fork as it is, or NetHack 4 in general, as it is in vanilla. Because in vanilla, just being on a level with water, you can hit the wrong key, typo, and accidentally step into the water. NetHack 4 does away with that. It'll ask you, wait, you're going to step into water, do you really want to do that? And you have to use move only to actually step in water on purpose. Because the assumption is that nobody's going to deliberately step into water unless they have a reason to, you know. Well, if your character is confused or something, then... Oh, I got teleport control from eating that Tengu. Some players don't eat Tengu until they have teleport control, because they're afraid they'll get teleportitis uncontrolled. But personally, I go ahead and do it, because eating Tengu is one of the best way to get teleport control. Okay, I have my pickaxe. Alright, I have it with me. Yes, I'm not leaving it behind in Minetown. Have a pickaxe. So I am going to go ahead and make back for Sokoban, and hopefully we can complete it this time and collect a prize. I don't happen to remember which prize I'm going to get. The level was, as I recall, back at ya. I can pull up the spoiler and check if I really want to know what the prize is going to be. But any of the possible prizes are worth collecting, so... But let's go ahead and do it, just to demonstrate this. Here we go, Sokoban spoiler. Oh, we'll be way down near the bottom for the prize levels. Back at you. Prize is an Amulet of Reflection. Yeah, that's the best option. That's the best prize. So I definitely want that. Oh, Discards has gone feral. Let me throw a banana at him. Oh, that's not good enough. He won't move off the stairs. I have to throw food that he'll eat at him. Okay, I have 2 lizard corpses. I only need 1. We'll use one of them. Okay. okay, one pet's enough for now. How many pets you really gotta have with you anyway? Is he gonna come? There we go. Oh, you know what? Since I have a pickaxe, I'm gonna go ahead and break these statues. Because there's a small chance that they might contain spell books. Oh, good, I got a replacement for my second lizard corpse, so I have two again now. I like to have a spare. I don't know why. I'm just one of those people that likes to have spares. Excuse me. And there is a dark blue spell book. So I got, from breaking all the statues at Delphi, one spell book. I think the median value is 2. Okay, that's stuff that I dropped simply because it was surplus to requirements. Okay, here we go. There's my pet. And now no, that upstairs. There we go. We can go back to Sokoban. Hopefully my pet will come with me eventually. And okay, we just broke a boulder in Sokoban. See that message, you feel like a cheater? That violated the Sokoban conduct, which I don't really care about. It also, however, incurred a luck penalty. The turn count is currently 8382. No, 8328. Sorry. I'm not dyslexic. At least I don't think I am. 8328. Oh, I should move this over so that you can see what I'm doing. And so on term 8400 will be the next multiple of 600. So on turn 8400, my luck will erode back up to 0. It's possible that it's already above 0 because of something else that I've done, but I don't think so. In any case, it wouldn't be wise to assume so. I should take that spell book and put it back in a magic chest. There's a magic chest on this level. Once I solve the puzzle, I'll be able to get to it. I can take that spell book and put it in the magic chest. Oh, this level had one spare boulder, so I will not have to read any scrolls of earth or anything. I can complete the puzzle from here. That's good news. I can go around there now. Oh, goodness. A whole bunch of them. Come over here. Fight me. Okay. Okay, let me pick up the scroll. I don't care about a mace or a scimitar. Pick up the spell book. Mainly so it's not stacked with something else. Fig has implemented object pile highlighting, which I will eventually cherry pick into Fork. So eventually that feature will be coming. If nothing else, I'll get it when I rebase, but I may cherry pick that one sooner because it's a very useful feature. But it's not there yet. So I moved the spellbook so that I can see it, because that's something I'm interested in. Oh, I have to stop and eat. What do I want to eat? Let's eat the fortune cookie. This cookie has a scrap of paper inside. It reads, "They say that NetHack is just a computer game." Yeah, well, what do they know? Fortune cookies, some of those messages will lie to you. That's important to know. They're not all true. Yeah, my dog moved that spell book. Your pets love to pick up and drop items. Alright, I need to actually eat something for real. We're going to be in the zoo in a few minutes, though. Let me just eat a banana. Because in the zoo, I may run into something I particularly want to eat, and I don't want to be all full if I want to eat something in order to gain an intrinsic. I wish I had a key, because then I could wake the monsters a few at a time and fight them and things. But I'm not going to go back and try to find a key. I'm just going to kick this door down and deal with it. This doesn't look like a particularly dangerous assortment of zoo monsters, as such things go. Oh, I don't want to displace my pet into there, because he'll get himself killed. Not that it's a very big deal at this point. I'm not very dependent on the pet anymore. I have access to an altar. Fine. Is there anything in there that I really want to eat that bad? I think there's mostly not. So I'm going to go ahead and eat a Limbus wafer. Why not? And then I won't be hungry for quite some time. Long enough to finish this level for sure. Okay, fine. Kill the gas spore. They have a passive attack that's an explosion. So when you hit them, okay. Okay. Let me put some things into that magic chest. Oilskin cloak. I don't want that right now. A couple of those green persimmons. Most of the scrolls and potions. Oh, and the junk wands. Or rings. I meant rings. I said wands, but I meant rings. Eat the red mold, but I didn't get fire resistance. The reason I ate it was because I was hoping to get fire resistance, but I didn't. The chances aren't very good, actually, but it was worth trying. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's not actually a boulder. That's a giant mimic. When you see a boulder in Sokoban where you don't expect to see a boulder, it's frequently a giant mimic. Okay. I'm going to kick down these doors. Now there are variants on NetHack, for instance, where you only get to open one of the doors, and there's a prize behind each, and they're not the same, but you have to pick, and so you want to do object detection and so on in order to find out which door to open. But NetHack Fourk is not one of those variants. My prize is the spherical amulet, which will be an amulet of reflection. Okay. How long have I been playing? I think there's... Oh, I should pick up that dark blue spellbook, as I said I was going to, and put that in the magic chest for later use. Spellbooks... Okay, my pet's going to stay. I have gotten to the point where I don't think I care very much about the pet anymore. I have access to an altar in Minetown. I have access to magic chests in several places, so I can offload my junk into my loot into the magic chests. Yeah, that's a trapdoor. Okay. I can offload loot into the magic chests and then go to Minetown and identify it at my leisure. That chest is locked. I would like an unlocking device. That would be very nice. Mild chill. I'm cold resistant, right? Oh, I'm a Valkyrie. Of course I'm cold resistant. I started cold resistant. Okay. If I were hungry, I could eat that centaur corpse. But it hasn't been that long since I had the Limbus. And so if I go eating a centaur corpse... Oh, I don't have a container yet. I shouldn't mess with leprechauns. If I go eating a centaur corpse, I'll make myself satiated or bloated, and then I won't want to eat if I find anything that I really want to eat. I don't need to eat the Tengu because I have, although it can also grant teleportitis, which now that I have teleport control would be a good thing. So maybe I will go ahead and eat the Tengu if I can catch it. Oh good, an altar that's not in Minetown. This is another lawful, so it's cross-aligned altar, and because there's a priest here, I'm not going to attempt to convert it right now. I don't really need to anyway. You know what, this is a good place. I am altar checking all of my equipment that I was wearing. Normally, when you drop all your stuff on an altar, you don't drop the things you're wearing because you're wearing them. So you have to take them off and drop them. So I did that. You wouldn't want the game to automatically take off your armor every time you drop all your stuff on an altar, because it's not always safe to take off your armor. But in this case, I figured it was safe enough, so I went ahead and did it. It's not very important right now, but later in the game there are monsters that can curse your equipment, and it's nice to know when they do what got cursed. Oh, a rust monster. I'm still using some metal items. For instance, the iron shoes, which I would prefer not get rusted. I mean, it wouldn't be the absolute end of the world, because it's stuff I can replace. In fact, I should be looking for a replacement for the thing that did get rusted. It was the helm, wasn't it? Yes. An orcish helm. Ooh, a dwarvish iron helm. I don't mind if I do. Ha! A scimitar named Aggressive Negotiation. I don't want it. I'm a Valkyrie. Scimitar isn't a skill that I particularly care about. Okay, back up here to this altar, please. And drop the cursed orcish helm. And try on the blessed ones. Okay, let's also check that dwarvish iron helm. I think if it's +0, it will be the same value for my defense as the +1 orcish helm. My defense is currently 19, and it's still 19, right. Let's keep the orcish helm because it's blessed, and drop the dwarvish iron helm here. The dwarvish iron helm would, in the long term, be better, because it can be enchanted, at which point, you know, if we assume I'm going to enchant my helm all the way up to +5, a +5 dwarvish iron helm would be 1 point better than a +5 orcish helm. But honestly, I'm probably not going to enchant the helm that I have right now because I have higher priorities. If you look at my gear, there are other items that would be better to enchant than that iron helm, because in the long term I may want to wear a different helm, a helm of ESP, a helm of brilliance, something like that. Now that's the rust monster there. Okay, careful. Alright, now I'm hungry. So I should be looking for something to eat. A white unicorn would be good. It gets me a second unicorn horn, which I don't care about right now. having a second one, but eventually it's nice to have a spare of that. Also, unicorn horns, if you ever polypile, which I may not do, most games don't, but occasionally I do. And if you do, they make fantastic polyfodder. They're good to throw on the pile if you happen to be polymorphing a bunch of stuff. Because they count as a magic tool, which means you could get something like a fire or frost horn or a magic marker. That's the ultimate. That's what you really want. When you polymorph magic tools, you're really hoping for magic markers. That's the most valuable one. But there's other magic tools. And a unicorn horn counts as a magic tool. So if you have extra ones and you happen to be polymorphing some stuff, you always throw spare unicorn horns on the pile. Not every last one you've got. You want to keep one for sure. I usually keep two, at least. But if you've got spares, they're good to throw on. So I always collect them. Some people tell me I'm a pack rat. They're probably right. I probably collect more things than I really should. And it probably slows down my game so that it takes me longer than other players. Okay, a giant beetle is okay. He's slow. I can deal with him. Do I want to mess with the nymph? Okay, now I gotta, because the nymph has my cloak. Notice I picked up off that nymph corpse an emerald potion that was already called NC1, meaning nymph count 1. That's my personal convention. No, not an individual. No, I want to name all items in the class. I'm going to increment it to NC2. If it gets to 3 without finding anything else in any other potion in the possession of a nymph, then I will assume that that's a potion of object detection. The odds are good already that it is, since I've found 2 of them on nymphs now. The odds are very good that that's object detection, which is worth knowing, mainly because that's a potion I don't care about and would blank for holy water. And it's fairly plentiful, so you can get a pretty decent stack of it, especially if you're killing a lot of nymphs. Okay. Let's go here. Well, okay, actually, let's deal with him first. There we go. This is where my entrance to the rest of the level is. I need to get see invisible at some point. What is that? Oh, it's a stalker. Okay, no wonder. They're always invisible. Do I want to eat a stalker? I think right now yeah, why not? It'll be temporary. Okay. And now I'm bloated, which means I'm slowed down. Notice my effective movement rate has gone down to 15, which is still decent, but I wouldn't be able to outrun ants now, if I happen to find any. Yeah, being bloated is bad. Now here's a lawful altar with no priest. If I wanted to convert an altar, this is the one I would convert, because then I don't have to deal with an angry priest. Do I want to convert an altar? I don't think I want to bother right now. I think I would rather proceed to explore some more dungeon. Oh boy, the big room. And also, you can see from my message area, this is the level with the portal, magic portal to the quest. If I look at overview, it just says you are here. It doesn't say anything else. I'm going to annotate this. Big room, quest portal. And let me see. I'm not very close to very many monsters, but I have to cross half the level or more to get to the downstairs. So I am probably going to stay at the upstairs, because the big room is very open, and open areas are dangerous, and this big room is about half dark, and dark areas are dangerous. And so I am probably not going to wander very far from the upstairs on this level until I have killed most of the monsters on it. That makes this a good stopping place, so I'm going to wrap the episode here. I'm going to save. And when we come back, we will decide what to do about the big room, whether we want to go back to the mines, try to deal with the soldier ant in Minetown, or go to Mine's End. What do we want to do? I'll decide that when we come back. But right now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.